I'm going to kick us off.
Cool.
Welcome, Total Dial and
Okay.
friends, to the first attempt at what we're calling Total Dial and Chalk present The Blind Leading the Blind. Welcome, Total Dial.
And thanks. You can all guess who's blind and who is the other blind.
Yes,
Um, yeah.
uh,
Take that. Ah.
you finally won one. Of course,
I know.
start
I
recording, you
finally win
fucking win.
one.
Um, so the conceit of the show, Totes, is that we are going to talk about. What I want to talk about is just some current events that are happening in the league, in the
Yeah.
sense of like running the league and the structures, and kind of talk about what Loam or other people are doing, and kind of highlight and celebrate all the work they do, or talk about some of the decisions they make and why. And so I haven't been around long enough to know how shit works, and you don't know how anything works. So
I don't even know how the game itself works still. So
exactly.
that's where
Because
we are.
yeah, I'm playing you in spring training right now, and it's not going well for you. So you also just switched hands, but then you're gonna make me switch hands again. No, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, there you go. Apparently you don't have to just play whatever cards it tells you. That's what I just learned. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about that. I will be the blind leading you blind, and sometimes you'll blindly lead me. Maybe once in a while we'll find a nut or something. I don't know how the fuck shit works.
I,
Um,
I we'll find our path. I believe it is.
okay, good.
Oh, thanks.
And this is the first time we've ever really talked, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah, because when I was on the draft show, I don't think you were there.
No, I was not able to participate in the draft coverage. I have a job, so
Oh,
yeah,
I mean, I do too, but I've I work from home sometimes, and I told my work partner was like, look, I know we're here to get stuff done, but I need to go home, and I don't want to tell you why.
exactly. Well, that's awesome. Um, because when I got drafted, I was sweating my balls off, manning a booth what's that called? Like a bouncy castle for my daughter's birthday
Oh,
party.
nice,
Yes.
worth it.
So
Oh, what did that do?
I
Oh,
have no idea.
oh, I think it was like an any card. Cool. Okay. Well,
What the fuck is
um,
going on my screen?
I don't. Oh. I need to choose the suit. There we go.
Oh, that's what it is.
Sorry.
This game is fucked up, especially since now you're winning now that we're recording.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
you're
win every time.
sandbagging on me.
I know. Well, what's the first topic you
Let's
want?
let's let's go. So we understand the format. I was going to talk to you a little bit about recruitment and how that all worked.
Yeah.
So you just got
What about it?
recruited. How did you find
I did.
MLR?
As I've learned, everything was done through Tomas, which I've talked to Tomas. Oh, hold on, you're gonna hate this.
How come you get to, how come you
I
keep to
don't.
get going? Oh, you know what? That
Um,
little circle is a skip.
oh, yeah, well, that I knew, yeah, but
I didn't know that. I just learned that.
I
You're the blind
saw,
leading this blind one.
yeah, I saw Tomas's post through the r/Motor City Kitties sub. And it was like the first thing I saw on the day, which I do recall at one point way in the past seeing it on the r/b- baseball, which I know it's not there now. But I saw it. That was probably in like 2020, and I didn't think to join. But now I'm here, and I'm like, I wish I joined way sooner than now.
Nice, nice. Yeah. So you were what was the subreddit again? Because I was trying to figure
It
out how the
was
fuck the games work.
it was r/Motor City Kitties.
Oh, the
That was
Tigers one.
the
Are you a Tigers
yes,
fan?
it is. I am. Yeah.
That is rough.
Not it's not fun. We lost 5-4 today. When Cleveland only had one hit going into the eighth. Oh
Jesus.
yeah, it was a
I
good game.
I
But
feel you because that's how the Cardinals play right now, and
oh yeah,
it's fucking terrible. Um, but
I played the wrong card.
that's okay. I'm just kind of
I'll
clicking
fix it.
whatever's lit up for me is what I'm going to start doing. Um, because it just tells me, oh, I have to fucking pick. This game is like
Where did
surprisingly
you
complex.
see? Where did you see the or a post to get you in? Or
Our baseball. I saw our baseball last year,
okay,
and I was like, okay, sure, let's try
yeah.
it out. And I don't go to our baseball that much anymore, to be totally
Mm.
honest. So yeah, I think I wonder what happens when this happens. Oh, I won.
Ow.
I played a hand
Yeah.
switched as the last card, but it let me
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
So yeah, so recruitment. Then you saw it on a baseball subreddit.
I
Um,
did.
what you've probably heard by now, and I don't know how much you know, there was a shit ton of efforts by Loam, specifically Thomas,
Yes.
trying to figure
Um.
out where we could, post it and find all these things. And
mhm.
I don't know how many subreddits and discords he ended up posting in. It,
I know he had because I've talked to him a bit about this stuff because I work in advertising, so I kind of want to help out
mm-hmm.
um in that realm in like I don't know in like 6 months once those talks start again.
Yep.
Um, so I mean I know there was a bunch that said yes, some subreddits said no, and then some just didn't respond. But I also know that he was oh shit, but I also know that he was at his computer for like 18 hours a day or some shit.
Yeah.
Um,
It was a bit. It was a
just
bit much.
yeah, that's a little too much.
Yes,
I feel like
that is. Well, yeah, it's unsustainable. Um, Jackass.
yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
no, no need to apologize. Um, so yeah, so I am going to, and I guess we're going to use this format for it. Who knows? We may never fucking release this. We'll use this format to talk about why that is so hard and why he had to put so many hours in, and
Mhm.
why obviously our baseball wasn't available to him anymore. So, what do you know much about that?
Yeah, I know that. I mean, it's the stuff that goes back to season 8 and all the stuff that occurred then. And I know that one of the main people who is on a side of that whole situation is a mod on the r/baseball. So that and like it sucks that that's not an avenue that MLR can use, but also at the same time, I feel like it really um, opens up the creative mind to find out like, okay, what are ways we can go about going around this to bring in that same amount of people.
So you're like a glass half full type, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like even because holy shit, dude.
I
Okay.
had four jacks.
Um, because I feel like even though like it was a I why did I do that? That even though it was a horrible thing that occurred, um, I still think you can find ways around it, or I would like to think you can, which I think with how much Tomas did, which it felt like it was way too much. I think he did a excellent job.
Yeah, 100%. One of the things that I talked about that we talked about early, and talk about whether or not we would do this. One of the things we talked about is like celebrating Loam and
Yeah,
everybody else that puts effort in. Raj and Stupido do a bunch of stuff to name out some Phillies. All the mods do a lot of great work. Uga's doing a lot with
yeah,
MILR. Um, one of the things we want to do is like literally like celebrate and recognize like, hey, these assholes are doing a shit ton. Um, and like the idea behind this is not to necessarily paint like a MLR is fucked because of a weird circumstance in our baseball. The
yeah,
idea is Thomas did a great job. Let's be aware of why he had to do the great job, and maybe the idea of, and Stupido said this on the top five once. He's like, maybe it's going to be more of a word of mouth thing. So people
yeah.
tell your
Which
friends if this community is going to continue on,
yeah,
sort of thing.
which I feel like for me because finding MLR is one of the best things to occur to me in the last who knows how long. But other than getting married, so
I was gonna say, are you
which is
doing
the
okay if
yeah.
MLR is one of the best things to happen? Because
I mean, it's for me. I don't have a bunch of uh friends that enjoy baseball as much as I do.
got it.
I'm gonna do this. Here you go.
You didn't
Uh,
get much better, buddy.
no, I didn't.
No, it was
Um,
pretty bad.
um, but this might actually be worse for me.
Yeah, it
But just
probably is.
finding a community that I don't know, enjoy all this with has been
Yes,
has been nice.
yes. It's been bad for me because you motherfucker, because
Sorry.
I got into baseball cards and now I've spent like
Oh
a
yeah,
few mortgage payments on baseball cards, give or take. And so, but it's still fun and I still very much enjoy it. And
yeah.
I'm really happy to have found it too, obviously. So, uh, yeah. So you know a fair bit about the recruitment situation. Um, did you feel like the class that you had was a sizable class when you guys came in?
I felt like it was. I don't know how everyone else felt, but because like just seeing how many like free agents are around, it didn't feel like as of right now there was much room for growth, which is fine because there are times where you're like, okay, let's with all the things that have occurred in the past, it's like okay, let's see like can we keep the group we have now, and
Yes.
then in like a few seasons start to grow.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong
So
with
I
maintenance
felt
and consistency.
yeah, so I feel like it was good. I don't think we really have any problematic people in our Why did I draw a card? I I don't think we have many problematic individuals. Um, of course,
It's
other than
early.
me,
It's
but
early. You
yeah.
never know. You never
Other
know.
than me, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Do that.
I didn't want to say
Yeah, yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Um.
But no, I've been. Yeah, I think we've. Will you stop? What? Okay.
Fuck yeah. You switched
But
me
no,
the
yeah,
hand,
I
buddy.
think I know. I think our group was good, and it wouldn't have. We wouldn't have had this group without everything that Tomas did. So
Yes. Herculean effort by Tomas. Motherfucker. I just got rid of the green
sorry.
hand. No, it's all right. You gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, Herculean effort by Tom. Uh, he puts in a lot of effort, really cares about the community, and it obviously showed. So
Hmm.
hopefully next time he doesn't have to spend, I don't know.
That's the me and Copernicus Hell have been talking to him about other avenues, or just trying to help out with that.
Yeah, because
Um,
he's in advertising of some sort too, right? Or
yes, he
marketing
is.
of some
Yep,
sort.
yep.
Yeah, got it.
So
Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay, you want to talk about the next topic? Feeling good there?
sure, I'd love to. No, yeah.
Okay, so next topic we're going to talk about is off-season length.
Ooh,
So I brought this up because I was quite confused about it myself, and I
I
pestered
recall
some.
seeing that.
Yeah, I pestered some loam people about it, and I don't know how many people paid attention or have access to the channels in which I was
Hmm.
annoying. So I figured if I'm going to be annoying to loam, at least let's have something come out of it, and they can, have a listen, and we can disseminate some of this information out a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, okay, so obviously you're a bit aware of the cadence now. You came in for FCB. FCB starts towards the end of the MLR regular season, and then into the playoffs it continues. Then FCB persists beyond the playoffs, right? We should start
Yes.
saying
Yep.
Uno when we only have one card. Um,
Oh man.
that little guy is kind of cute. I'm starting to dig him. So I think it's like a Lilo and Stitch knockoff, though. Ah, whatever. Who cares?
Oh well.
So when I came in, I remember there was a little bit longer of a break between the seasons. I remember I got drafted, and then I was like, "Hey, we're gonna wait for a while." There was also some time between the paper cut. Not like a ton more times. It's not like there was like a month and a half and suddenly there wasn't, but there was
Yeah.
more time, and this was a bit of a quicker turnaround than what people were normally used to. Get skunked, mofo.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything about your hand, but
Yeah,
go on.
yeah, it was going really well. So this season obviously went a little quicker.
Mhm.
There was something like 10 days between draft and was it 10 days
It
between
was
draft
about
and
that,
spring
I think.
training?
I think that's what I read in one of the channels.
Yeah, and I heard that that was the shortest off season in memory. Someone who had been around since like season 3 or 4 was like, "This is the shortest off season since I'd been there, or whatever."
Mhm.
I we had said in the Phillies clubhouse was like, "This is really quick turnaround," and we had some stuff that we wanted to do that just we don't have time to do it all, which is fine. Like we have busy lives and such, and it's not the end of the world. It doesn't really
Right.
matter. But it's just that seemed quick to us. So I reached out and was pestering Isaac and Tomas about it, just how it works and how they all got there. So what I was going to do was say, or was let it kind of discuss, like what the thinking was behind that, right?
Mhm.
So first and foremost, one of the big reasons that we don't have to have a long off season is because, ironically, nothing's broken, and we would have like normally
That's
there was.
always a really good sign, though.
Yeah,
When you
well,
get
it's
done, it's okay. Everything's still in place.
everything's still working, and we wanted to celebrate the
Oh no,
loam.
by the way.
Tom, not Thomas, but motherfucker. Uh,
Sorry.
you don't need to apologize for being. Um, Isaac does a lot of work on the bot. He just added that cool ass feature where you can, you know, determine if and when and how you get pinged in Discord from
Yeah,
the bot.
it's very
So,
cool.
yeah, I know Raj has been doing a lot of work on the sheets in the back end as the best statistician the league's ever had. And so there's a whole lot of work that's been going on, and so we don't have to use a long off season to break all the shit that or to fix all the shit that got broken throughout the season that we had to like hold together with duct tape and prayers.
Yeah,
So they didn't need a lot of information for that, right? Which is
right.
nice. The other side of this is they reached out and asked all the league managers or all the league GMs, how long do you want? When do you want to go? And the consensus was basically
1 month.
like a week for an off season is fine,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, it felt yeah, it felt for coming out from have, have fun with that one.
Yeah, it's all.
Uh,
I didn't have anything as a draw or play.
um, coming out. Oh, you can like there's by your name. You can just hit skip too, and you can just not play. Oh,
Oh, you
sorry.
can pass, motherfucker.
You can
Okay.
pass, yeah. But for me, at least, because I was starting to get really I feel like overworked. Oh, thanks.
Nice.
I was starting to feel overworked in FCB. I did a lot of scouting for which shout out the UNA Lions. Um, but I scouted a fair amount, and it was starting to be a lot on my brain, and I was like, I need time to just sit down and not be like constantly staring at our sheets to find out like, okay, where's
Yes.
so and so gonna go. So I was like, I felt kind of burned out there, which I let the A's know, and they're like, yeah, take your time to like just enjoy yourself here. Enjoy
Yes.
your team. Enjoy that, like, at least for me, enjoy that you were the first pick. And
Which is
just
cool. And also, by the way,
yeah,
I haven't said so.
which is very very cool.
Congratulations, by the way. Very deserving. Very
Thank you.
cool.
Yeah, it was very I don't that Oakland trade blew my mind.
Yeah.
But anyway, um, I think yeah, like because I don't know how there's always going to be people that I'm sure that from what some of the older players had said that like this isn't how long we always did breaks between one season to next, that I might have been like 2 weeks or like a month, I don't know. um but I felt like the 10 days is nice because you get some time to reset and recharge, but at the end of the day, you still want to get back in the game.
Yeah. Totally. And I will respectfully disagree and know and admit that my preference would have been to wait a little bit longer. But I
Hmm.
also, was coming off of tail end of a full season,
Yeah,
and I was coming off of like a heartbreaking, crushing sort of loss.
yeah, that was yeah.
It
I'm
was
sure that my feelings will change the longer I'm around. But being someone fresh and being new, and I
hundred
without
percent.
having any experience, was like, I can't wait to get back in.
Yes, and I'm sure some people, didn't get a long run in sadness or a long run in playoffs.
Yeah.
There are lots of people probably ready to go, and that's fine. That's why you do things like have votes, and so
Mm,
totally kosher that they did all that. Um, it was interesting to me that like the voting on this is going to be throwing a little shade, and I don't mean to be doing it, but it's going to come off that way, and it's fine. Sorry,
Dr.
Toast.
Banana.
I'm drawing you down with me into the muck. But it was
No,
a little
no,
odd that
that's
the
fine.
the selections were between like 3 days and 7 days, as opposed to like longer. But GMs could speak up; they had plenty of time to do that.
Hmm.
So you know whether or not it's a lengthy enough time, it's not like it wasn't discussed and the avenue was there. Um, I I do feel like I could have used more times just because of what you said with like the burnout of you were doing a lot and everything. Like I was super invested in that last game, and for
Yeah.
it to go down was just it was a little much. So I needed, I think, probably a little bit of a break after that, and
Hmm.
that's fine. I got accomplished in the off season for the team what I wanted to get accomplished, and I feel pretty good about where we're at. I'm feeling pretty excited to start the season again. So a little bit of mea culpa. I could have been wrong, and it turns out it was just plenty of time to do everything that we wanted to do. So um, you know that's a good thing, I guess. Um,
Yeah. No,
get
and I'm. Oh, you
fucked.
fucking
Get
take that.
ah!
I saved it.
You
Stop.
saved it. You
Stop.
saved it.
Stop it. Um.
I drank water down the
No.
wrong pipe. It's
No, but I think it because like I mean you can see it in with like real world. Oh, by the way, get fucked.
yeah.
Um, you can see it with real world sports too, where I'm sure like guys who like when they like lose this Super Bowl or like the World Series, and it's like okay, you've got 1 week off, and then you go right back into training, and like for some, I mean, depending on who the person is, they might need more time than that. But at the end of the day, it comes down to this is what the league has decided is best for us.
yes. And also, I want to say I appreciate you recognizing that it is exactly like the Super Bowl, and I feel
Yeah.
exactly like I just played the Super Bowl. So, um, yeah, yeah. But yeah, so I wanted to kind of talk about some of how those two things come together. Thomas with the recruitment, the
Mhm.
off-season decisions and such. So that got me there. I did want to end with, and I'm springing this on you last second here. Did
That's
you
okay.
have
I'm ready for it.
anything about the league that you're curious about that we can either discuss now at the end, or we
Oh,
can
anything
bring
about the
back,
league?
for the next blind leading the blind?
Who let Mark be a captain? No. I want to
I thought you were going to
uh
say who let Mark have any OOTC power, and I was like, that's a
that
good
too.
fucking question.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I would love to dive more into like MILR with all of that starting up and like no nice with the
Thank you.
process behind how GMs get picked and all of that stuff.
You know what
I
would
think
be good
that'd be a
is
good thing to talk about.
I will pester the fuck out of Uga about that. I'd also like to
Have fun
find
with
out
that
about.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I like Uga. I
Yeah,
think
I do
I
too.
think Uga likes me. Not entirely certain. He might
We
like
all
me.
hope so.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Uga doesn't
Jeez.
hope so. Um, but I think I think it'd be interesting to explore also how MILR came to be. Oh, you motherfucker! How MILR came to be what it is, because I know like there was a time where MILR was not as functional as it
Yeah.
is
Mhm.
now, and it took a lot of work to get where it is. And I'd be curious to hear about some of that work.
Yeah, I would too, because I know that there've still been talks about like what's best for the MILR and whatnot, but we can save that for next time.
Yeah, so next time let's talk about, which by the way, congratulations on you being a GM right out of
Thank you.
college.
I am a yeah. Thanks, Mark. Mark gave me way too much power there. So.
Yep. Well, Mark himself has way too much power. I think we all agree on that one. Um, but so we'll talk about Total being a GM. We'll talk about how GMs are picked. This is actually me writing down notes. And then how MILR came to be a bit of what it is, and
Cool.
what and a little bit of the history there. I'll make sure to pester Ugo for that for next episode.
Sweet.
So, Totes, I appreciate you checking this out with me, seeing if it will work.
Yeah, it's been a fun time, and
Yeah.
I'm glad we found Uno online.
Yes. Well, we'll have to figure out a better
Really
one.
fun.
There's a part of me that wants to just start like a Minecraft server where you and I just like plow
We
through
could.
a
We
whole
definitely
thing
could.
of stone just talking. We don't do anything. We don't build anything. We like cook
We
the
just
occasional piece
vibe
of
through.
pork and we just go straight through the stone.
Okay.
It'll be very zen.
All right, cool. Well, we will talk about MILR next time.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Yep, see you.